What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is a good day. It is the first official refeed on my photo shoot prep. I have been prepping now for about 13 weeks and I have lost around 20 pounds at this point. So it's safe to say I am ready for a refuel. Hopped into the car yesterday, got myself to the supermarket, filled up the basket full of carby goodness. And now it is time to tuck in. It just shouldn't taste that good, should it? 144 grams of protein, 60 grams of fat, and 450 grams of carbs, meaning that today we are refeeding at around about 3,000 calories. The photo shoots are booked. Yes, photo shoots. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have heard about this. So I'm actually going to be doing two photo shoots. I've got my first one booked for the 24th of May, meaning that I am around about 8 weeks out from that. And I have also got my second photo shoot booked for the 13th of June. So the reason that we are doing this, me and my coach decided that it would be really beneficial for me to have a first almost trial run photo shoot. So we're still taking it seriously. We're going to go there and get me in the best shape possible for it. But the idea is that I get used to the environment, I get used to just even things like finding the place. Obviously having autism means that I find social things difficult, and even just the thought of trying to find the studio is quite stressful for me, and we want to try and keep stress as low as possible on the day. So if I have a bit of a trial run, just get used to the place and then go back a few weeks later for the main photo shoot. It is Easter Sunday. Whilst everyone's eating their Easter eggs, I'm going to be refeeding on 450 grams of carbs, and I can't even begin to express how excited I am. I'm going to get to have some foods that I've been craving for months now. I have been told that I need to prioritise getting as much starchy carbs as possible, so there will be some stuff in here that maybe wouldn't have been my first choice, but obviously in terms of getting the right carbs and doing this the right way, we want to be prioritising those starchy carbs. More sciencey stuff at the end of this video if you're interested in exactly why this is my first quote-unquote proper refeed. So if you're interested in that stuff and interested to find out how this works, and stick around to the end. But also stick around to the end if you want to see some good food this Easter Sunday. Meal one, which I am halfway through devouring, so we have the pain au chocolat. I crave pastries so bad, so that's filled that gap just there. We've got a nice bowl of oats, so this is kind of leaning down that starchy carb route. I have oats every day anyway, so that's not too different. So we've got 30 grams of oats, about 105 grams of banana. Banana is my favourite fruit, and I haven't been able to eat it this year. Obviously it's too carb heavy. I tend to go with like just berries now. So I've got some banana in there, 20 grams of Nutella, and I've also got a protein shake as well. Obviously we want to be keeping protein nice and high. But yeah, this is meal one. Let's continue to devour it. So I'm going to be making meal number two now, because I'm going to be taking it out with me. So as I mentioned, today is Easter Sunday, so it's a bank holiday, so I've got 4 days off from work, so I'm making sure to spend some time with family, especially since I've got some extra food. It's worth going out and doing stuff with them, especially while I'm in a better mood. So packing up meal number two, which is actually going to be quite a normal meal. So I've been having plant-based chicken, rice and veg every day, basically this whole prep, and I actually really look forward to it. It sounds bland and boring, sounds like a really like bodybuilding meal. It tastes really good. There's a load of seasoning on that plant-based chicken, so it's really nice. However, alongside of it, we are getting 45 grams, which I believe is about a third of this packet of Sour Patch Kids. So I'm going to pack all that up, and then I am actually off banger racing. So to watch it, obviously not take part. I am not a follower of the sport. I've been a few times. I enjoy it. It's a good day out. So we're off to Northampton Shaleway, where we're going to watch that with the family. My main sport, and this is a big one. Today's a big day. Not only have we got 450 carbs to devour, but it's Arsenal City. I'm an Arsenal fan, lifelong Arsenal fan. It's a big day, okay? Okay, so meal 2 already. I've got my sweets and a little container. Got my rice, my plant-based chicken, and my veggies all cooked up and ready to go. So we're going to be eating that about 12 o'clock. So I'm going to end up eating that in the car. Racing starts at 1. Now the reason that I'm keeping this meal in, obviously I said at the beginning that there's some meals in here that in an ideal world would I be eating these. Like, I mean, I'm enjoying this meal, don't get me wrong, but I'm eating it every day. But not only am I trying to prioritise getting plenty of starch in today, so obviously we've got the rice here, I'm also just trying to be very cautious of my digestion. I mean, I've got like some foods in today that I haven't eaten for months and months and months. So my digestion is going to take a bit of a hit, if we're being completely honest. So just trying to keep some similar meals in and some similar foods in so that my body doesn't go into complete overdrive and I don't end up in agonizing pain tomorrow, which is obviously not really the aim of today. But anyway, got it all packed up. Let's go.
I keep running, there's no stopping. Cause when I'm with you, I just fall. I keep ducking, confronting all of your woes.
The goods have been secured. Let's go.
Just think about it. Don't keep breaking my heart apart. Leave me, baby. Just be without it. Be without it. Oh, you need someone with who to chase your dreams forever. Oh, you know I'm not the one, and separate is better. Oh, you need someone with who to chase your dreams forever.
So I am rounding off this full day of eating. The time is about 8 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, 8 o'clock. So we've got 150 ml of almond milk, 80 grams of Cocoa Pops, a scoop of protein, and we've got a bagel with 30 grams of jam. So that is going to conclude the full day of eating. The third meal that I had, so the one just before this, was a, obviously you saw I had a Domino's, so I had a small Domino's veggie pizza with added plant-based pepperoni. And that is it. That is my 3,000 calories, 450 grams of carbs, demolished. It's been a good day, and I'm looking forward to training tomorrow. So that is going to conclude the full day of eating portion of this video. I'm going to wrap this video up tomorrow, where I'm going to talk a little bit more about the point of this refeed, why me and my coach decided to do this at this point, the science behind it. But yeah, I will speak to you all tomorrow morning. How can cereal taste so good, man? And like that, it was over. It's crazy how quickly you can get through 3,000 calories without it even touching the sides. We're at a point of depletion now whereby one day of 450 grams of carbs gives you a nice little boost in the moment, tastes good, but the next day you wake up, you're sort of back to zombie mode. I am that deep into prep now, but it's all good. We're pushing on. So let's round this video off by talking about the reason behind this refeed and why it's different from the 2 higher calorie days that I've already had. So during this prep so far, I've had 2 higher calorie days already, both where I've been asked to stick within 3,000 calories and try to keep it around about 450 grams of carbs. This time was an official tactical refeed that we planned to do once I got to 57.5 kilos on the scale, and I was instructed to once again stay within 450 grams of carbs and 3,000 calories, but I needed to hit those numbers as opposed to just not go over them. So the first 2 quote-unquote refeeds that I had were more just because I had dates in my diary where I needed to have more calories, and we were far enough out from the shoots to make that a possibility. Whereas this one, again, is tactical, and there's those 2 different reasons for it. So let's take a little quick look into both of those 2 sides. So we've got 2 hunger signaling hormones. We've got ghrelin and we've got leptin. So we've got leptin, which is a hormone that helps to suppress hunger levels. And then we've got ghrelin on the other side, which is a hormone that encourages us to eat and feel hungry. So obviously when we diet, we find that these hormones get played around with because we're basically starving our bodies. We're in that calorie deficit, and after a prolonged period of dieting, these hormones are out of whack, basically. We've then got the other side of things as well, which is where we're looking at what the body is using to burn as fuel. So an area to look into if you want to go about this deeper. I'm going to just keep this to the point and nice and simple. Not everyone watching this is going to care too much about super sciencey details, but basically if you look into oxidative priority, what we're looking at there is the order in which the body is using certain things for fuel. And again, with prolonged dieting, this can get messed up. The body can end up using certain things for energy that maybe we don't actually want it to be prioritizing, and therefore by having a refeed, by pumping in extra carbs, and therefore we're getting more glucose, we're going to start to have a little bit of a reset. Again, 1 day of refeeding is not going to have huge effects, but it's certainly going to help. And once you start to get significantly leaner, it is not a bad thing to do. Also, lastly as well, just from a mental point of view, being able to have a bit of a break from the stresses of a diet is always a nice thing. And to be honest with you, from my point of view, that's really the biggest benefit. I had a nice time with my family. I was able to enjoy myself, take a little bit of a break from the diet, but without causing too much damage going forwards. Back to reality today. 450 grams of carbs is a thing of the past. I am very much looking forward though to cracking on with the diet. I have another refeed scheduled for when I get down to 56.5 kilos, so that's going to be in another couple of weeks time. So you never know, if you enjoyed this one and you leave a like on it, then maybe I'll film that one as well. But here's my question to you. If you were to have a refeed day, 450 grams of carbs, tell me in the comment section down below what it is that you are going to be spending those carbs on. But yeah, all done and dusted, ready to crack on, and I will see you all in the next one.